Hi students, this is Tara Ravishankar, Assistant Professor in Department of Media Studies, Christ Nagar College, Trivandrum. Welcome to our class. Today we are going to discuss on one of the great directors in Indian cinema, Mani Kaul, the first rebel of Indian parallel cinema. Mani Kaul was undoubtedly the Indian filmmaker who succeeded in radical filmmaking, showing the relationship of image to form, of speech to narrative, with the objective of creating pure cinematic object that is above all visual and formal. He was born Rabindranath Kaul in Jodhpur in Rajasthan, and in 1944, the year 1944, Mani Kaul joined. Later, when he grown up, he joined Film and Television Institute of India (FTII), Pune. And initially he was an acting student, but then switched over to direction course at the institute. Mani Kaul's first film, Uski Roti, 1969, was one of the key films of the New Indian Cinema or the Indian New Wave. The film created shock waves when it was released, as viewers did not know what quite to make of it. Due to the complete departure from all Indian cinema earlier in terms of technique, form and narrative. That was a new experience to the viewers. The film is widely regarded as the first formal experiment in Indian cinema. It was violently attacked in popular press for dispensing with standard cinematic norms and equally defended by India's aesthetically sensitive intelligentsia. Kaul followed Uski Roti with Azad Ka Ek Din, 1971. The film is set in a small hut in the hillside and features on three characters, Kalidasa, Mallika and their friend Willow. The character lines, mostly monologues, were pre-recorded and played back during shooting, thus feeling the actors from theatrical conventions. Dhruvida, 1973, Kaul's third film, was also his first in color cinema. The film uses the classical styles of Kangra and Bashohili miniature paintings for its color schemes and framing, and focusing on the wife's life, depending the characters through parallel, historically uneven and even contradictory narratives. In Mani Kaul's cinematic consumption, fiction and documentary films have no clear division. That means film like Drupat 1982 and Madhi Manas 1984 and Siddheshwari in 1989 have a rare cultural intensity, where the two different genres have been successfully fused by Mani Kaul. Later, you could see the last feature of Mani Kaul, Naukar Ki Kameez, made in 1997 but released in 1999. So, these are the popular films made by Mani Kaul. The first movie of Mani Kaul, one of the popular movie, Uski Roti. Uski Roti is the debut film and is an adaptation of a story by Mohan Rakesh and is perhaps one of the earliest formal experiments in Indian cinema. Sujha Singh, a bus driver, travels through the dusty Punjab countryside while his wife Balu spends long hours waiting for him at the bus stop with his food packet. One day, her younger sister gets sexually harassed and causing Balu to arrive late at the bus stop with the food packet. Sujha Singh gets upset with her being late and rejects the foods and drives away. These are the different types of characterizations, character lines made by Mani Kaul. When talking about Mani Kaul, his inspiration to filmmaking is actually from the Hrithik Ghatak school. That means he was a student at FTII where the Hrithik Ghatak was his teacher. And he was pushed to envelop innovation established by Hrithik Ghatak and establishing his own new wave in Indian cinema during 1960s and 70s. Kaul was therefore known as the first rebel of Indian parallel cinema. In 1950s, Ray led the new wave of Indian cinema. He actually started a new kind of cinema, parallel cinema movement, representing the assertion of Margi or classic art in Indian films. Margi, as divined by the veteran film critic Chittananda Das Gupta, was the kind of film that was aesthetically and craft-wise considered international. However, graduates from the Film and Television Institute of India (FTII), established in 1961, soon challenged the tradition of film that was established by that time. Mani Kaul, a disciple of radical filmmaker Hrithik Ghatak, was the first to challenge the conventional linear narrative tradition pioneered by Ray in his film Pather Panchali, 1955. Kaul demonstrated that in Uski Roti, his first film, 1969, and Ashad Ka Ek Din, in 1971, along with his batchmate Kumar Shahani, who directed Maya Darpan in 1972. Film producer and the film writer Somi Roy once said about Kaul that Uski Roti was a complete departure from anything in Indian cinema. It's a non-stop narrative experimental film made by a 25-year-old Mani Kaul. The film was universally denounced as self-indulgent, irrelevant. I myself remember it as rather boring when I saw it in college 20 years ago. Did such a film have a place in Indian cinema? That was a question. But that changed the narrative nature of Indian cinema. At that time, both Kaul and Shahani were extremely controversial in film society circles, and no distributor even acquired them for public viewing. This did not stop them from receiving global acclaim. Invitations to international film festivals flew in and introducing the Indian new wave to the world. These films were technically innovative and were influenced by film making styles of the French avant-garde filmmaker Robert Besson. Aside from Besson, they were also impacted by German poet and playwright Bertolt Brecht's theory of alienation and the epic theatre movement. This was a concept where the actors would distance themselves from the character in an inert way, encouraging the audience to think about the larger narrative rather than identifying with the emotions of the characters. For instance, the repeated scenes in Uski Roti that show the protagonist waiting to give her husband the rotis, taking the character as well the audience into the stark reality of the situation and not the emotions of the wife Balo. The love of the radical. In addition to the filmmaking style, Kaul had a unique way of interpreting ancient Indian lore or mythologies. This is evident in films like Dhruvi, the 1973, where a ghost assumes the form of a human character. Ashad Ka Ek Din, based on the play by radical Hindi writer Mohan Rakesh, which is centered around an episode from the life of Indian poet Kalidas. So here you could see the association with mythological stories. Though his films were rooted in tradition and lore, Kaul was not a revivalist. Instead, they were a vibrant mixture of ancient and modern thoughts. His debut film Uski Roti also has a contemporary storytelling style, continuing his fascination while revolutionary themes. Kaul went on to make films based on works by radical writers such as Gajanan Madhav Mukti Bodh, which involves around a trade union movement, and Russian maestro Tarkovsky. And that means his Nazar. And Kaul always provoked extreme responses to his films. The poet Udayan Vajpayee wrote, Mani Kaul's film was such that it never led to any kind of convergence, neither in the way the image was formed, nor in the composition of the soundtrack, in the way the narrative of the film unfolded. Even though Cowell's women supporters include Vajpayee defended him when even they were forced to accept that his films have a reputation of being difficult. In a sense, his was not the cinema of spectacles of space, but of the moment and experience of time. This is apparent in Uski Roti, where the audience has the same experience as the wife as she waits for her husband until nightfall. Kaul's films were not merely radical, but as Dasgupta described, they were extreme end of Margi traditions. They were discarded by the target audience. For many of these filmmakers, especially the ones with a commitment to the value of parallel cinema, there existed the problems of filmmaking for uh, audience, which were hardly we have ever seen. There is no denying that Kaul remains the first rebel in Margi film camp. He began the revolt against the age old linear narrative style of Indian storytelling, leaving an indelible mark on Indian cinema. This was underlined by his critic and admirers alike and was um, this was discussed in Indian cinema at large, and Kaul's features and documentaries stand as testimony to this kind of revolt. So that is Mani Kaul. You can see stuff from Druvida here. Anyway, try to see Uski Roti like films or Druvida. All those are marks of some changes that were happening in Indian cinema by the really trained film students who passed out from FTII. And actually, we know that even now we witness so many changes in the making of cinema, but it's all happened from the people who are really scholars in filmmaking, who have learned cinema, and who are really exposed to the various international films. And exposure to cinema definitely give rise to new thoughts and new expressions, and try to watch cinemas as many as possible, and try to understand the various genres in its own sense, and try to make cinema of your own. Let you speak through your cinema. Signing off, your teacher Tara Devishankar.